What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, before I go further in this video, I want to say if you hear any background noise, man, it's a Madden tournament going on yet again. So, I'm sorry for that. But please try to pay no attention to that in this video. You might hear it in a couple of the videos for the next couple of hours. So, try to pay no attention to that if you can. But I know you will because y'all some nosy motherfuckers. But anyway, it was this past Sunday when we got the bad news, the devastating news that actor, comedian, sometime director Bob Saget had passed away at the age of 65. Of course, we all remember, at least people who are 40 and older at least, we remember Bob Saget as being one of America's dads from the 80s. Danny Tanner, the sitcom Full House that aired from 1987 to 1995. We also remember Bob Saget as the host of America's Funniest Home Videos in the early to mid 1990s. Now, um, there are some new details that are emerging from what happened that night. And while there is no official cause of death, there is a suspicion by some authorities that he may have had a heart attack. Okay, so these are some of the details that are known now. The first suspicion that something was wrong started when he didn't meet or make checkout, which I'm assuming is probably like 10:30 a.m., 11 a.m. Now he had tweeted that morning, and he had talked about the show that he had performed the night before, but he didn't make checkout. His family was unable to contact him, get reach a hold of him uh, when I guess, it was realized that he hadn't met checkout. So security went into the room and they found Bob Saget deceased, laying on his bed. He was lying supine, which means he was lying on his back. Um, Presumably, he was either asleep or maybe he wasn't feeling very well. Maybe earlier on he was okay, but maybe I'm speculating right here now. Maybe he wasn't feeling very well. He lied down, but what made them suspect that he might have had a heart attack, and I'm trying to be too graphic here, is that he had his hand on his chest with his other arm lying down, which might mean he had been stricken quickly. And like I said before, we were not going to know that, but that is one of the telltale signs, the position that his body was in when they found him. Now, it's not a secret that Bob Saget was recently diagnosed with and battled the Shaolin curse. You know what I mean by that? And as we all know, at times, having the Shaolin curse can leave you susceptible to blood clots. Now, this is a fact. This ain't me making this up. This is doctors. Now, when you couple that with the fact that, now this is something that is I just have to say this. This is something that's been noticed over the last several years. Bob Saget had put on quite a bit of weight over the last several years. We remember when he was on Full House. At the beginning, he was rather skinny. Toward the end of the show, he might have got a little bit heavier, but he was generally normal weight. But over the years, as he's gotten older, his weight has kind of yo-yoed. He's been as high as 280 pounds. Now, that sounds a bit high. We have to remember that he's 6'4". When he was a kid, he was fat. When he was a younger person, he was fat. So he's always been battling with weight issues. So when you take that into account with his recent struggles with the Shaolin curse and you know the fact that he was 65 years old, it's a possibility. And the position his body was in, they suspect that he may have had a heart attack. But of course, this will not be confirmed until we get all of the reports, all of the toxicology reports, all of the information from the autopsy, which won't be for probably several weeks. But just want to give you guys that bit of information. Tell me what you guys think.